Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments for August 26th. Let's jump right into our charts and take a technical look at today's action. First up, we got our October live cattle on the board. We did see this market balancing out here today near these some oversold levels. This market hanging out here between about 210 and 212 today. Just nice little balance action here at the bottom end of this recent leg lower. At the moment, looking like this market's balancing out a little bit here. Hopefully, those sellers are running out of gas and we get a little bit of relief rally here to stem some of the bleeding here at the moment. Sellers still remain in control, though. This market has seen some significant downside here into some new yearly lows. We expect to see the sellers to remain in control here. The momentum still favors them, so we still could see some downside here before this week is up. Today's low at 209.5 is going to be the line to watch. This market could see some more downside below that. We are knocking on the door at $2 here. We're not too far off from that, so we are going to expect to see these sellers continue to press back down there towards that level, whether that's continued selling from this week or if we need to get a little bit of a relief rally and take another run lower. We'll have to wait and see. But the sellers still remain in control, continue to be defensive here. Not a good time to be stepping in front of this thing. This market's going to keep on pressing lower here, whether in the big picture or we could see a little bit of relief rally in the near term, but overall this downtrend still remains intact, and we expect to see the sellers remain in control here for the time being. Look for these cattle prices to keep on moving lower. Next up, October feeders. Also seeing a nice little balance day here. We did see this October contract finishing slightly positive on the day, but just kind of seeing a nice little balance action here between about 310 and 315. Today's low coming in at 310.85. Like that live cattle market, we got to watch any sort of offers below today's low. Could keep that selling pressure on down here towards $3. The downtrend remains intact here for this feeder market as well. Sellers continue to drive this market down here into some new yearly lows. Expect them to keep pushing this market lower. We have seen this market kind of get down here into some oversold territory, so we wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a relief rally. But at this point, the sellers still remain in control, and the bulls got a lot of work to do before we can start talking about any sort of upside. Look for the sellers to keep on pushing this market lower. Any sort of relief rallies will be sold into. This market is going to start heading back down here towards $3 at the moment. Looking like the sellers got their sights set on that, and we should see both live and feeder markets continue to press lower here throughout the remainder of the week. Next up, December corn futures on the board. This corn market continues to rip here. This market continues to rally. New contract highs at 538.75 today. Buyers continue to drive higher. This market just not really seeing much resistance. We continue to push up here into some new contract highs. This corn market's rocking and rolling. Expect to see that upside continue here as long as we remain 509 above 509. The bulls are rolling, and we should see them keep pushing this market higher here into the end of the week. Next up, crude prices hanging out here today just right on top of $80. This thing just balancing out here around these major averages. A lot of choppy action, not a very directional market here at the moment. We expect to see some tight daily ranges and some choppy action here until we get back above 87.5. The sellers will remain in control. Not expecting much upside to come from here. Look for this market to keep on bleeding back down here towards this $75 mark. Going to come back down here and try and test this prior swing low. Sellers have their sights set on that, so we should see this thing continue to fizzle out and keep pushing these crude prices lower. And next up, equity markets finding some good support here today. The S&P had a nice strong rally into the close, finishing the day right there next to our bull pivot for the week. NASDAQ seeing some good strength, and the Dow also continuing higher today, even though it just kind of hung around inside that prior day's range. We did get some good results so far here in the aftermarket from NVIDIA, already trading up here towards 221 in the after-hour session. Looking like we're going to see some good support at those averages, good reaction to those earnings. We want to make sure that that action continues over into tomorrow's session. We'll have to wait and see what kind of open we get, but if NVIDIA is able to hit this gap and run and keep pushing this market higher, we expect to see these indexes follow it. A lot of good support here, and all these other mega cap names continuing to see some good traction, good balance here as well. A lot of these guys all showing some pretty decent support. Not everyone, but big pieces of the puzzle here still showing some pretty supportive action, and we should see these indexes keep on rolling here. Nice little uptrend, finding support at our major averages over the last week or so here. This market's looking good and healthy. Keep looking for places to be putting money to work. This market remains strong, and we should see higher equities prices here into the end of summer. Good little dip buying opportunity over the last week here, so look for these markets to keep on driving higher. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Catch you guys tomorrow.